EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to take a shot down the field. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. 2nd play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. Dak to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A huge play for Dallas. 36 yards. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Up the middle they go. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like He'll have just enough to keep the chains moving. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. It's the quarterback with a sneak. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down, first and goal.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up. So now then, first and goal from the 1. They'll run with Benson. And looked like he may have had a lane, but the defense shut it down quickly. He did not get in. It'll be second down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Cowboys. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Seibert's extra point is true. The Cowboys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start the drive with Miller. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
To throw is Daniels on first and 10. That is brought in. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the second time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, at the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Here's Miller. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
On 1st and 10, here's Benson. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play for the Cowboys. 37 yards. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That's to the right side and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Prescott. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. Seibert's extra point is true. And the Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing now, Daniel. On target, got it to McClure. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Let's go.
A run here with Miller. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books. all even on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. The motion man here is McLaurin. Daniels now on 1st down. He connects with Gray on that one. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here we go, set.
They'll run with Miller. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Daniels. Now a screen set up for Miller. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the zone read, it's a give to Miller. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Here we go, here we go. Mustang 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Panther 11, Panther 11.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. And he can't get away. Down he goes back at the 16.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
54 wide. 54 good, 54 wide. 26.
Now a give on the ground. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Whoa! And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Prescott now. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Seibert's kick is good. And the Cowboys have tied it at 17.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
The return starts from the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. First and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Commanders 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Daniels going to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. 18.
Throwing again. Daniels. That pass taken in by McLaurin. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
To the air again is Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Tight.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing is Daniels. It is brought in the end zone. Danny Gray. Touchdown, Washington. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders will go up by 7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On the play fake, Dak. On a throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Going up top. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
He's going to try it here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Commanders 24, Cowboys 17.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Prescott on first down. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Handoff here, up the middle. Nice move, slips a tackle, gets forward for a gain of 2. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. They'll get it going on the ground with Miller. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Daniels. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Gray brought in motion. Strong. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Miller. And he's going to have that 1st down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line. Throwing now, Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Daniels now going to look to throw. On target. Got it to McCurry. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. On the handoff, this is Miller. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down. The motion man here is McClure. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. He'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to third down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. On first down, Daniels. Nakua snags it over the middle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go, set.
Here's a handoff, and Miller heading left. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Track him, 60. Ready.
Now Daniels. Now he'll air one out. That is caught. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Miller. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Gray brought in motion. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's Dak to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Second down, Prescott. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41-yard line. Run up the middle with Miller. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Daniels to throw on second down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Justin Reed that time with the tight coverage and the good hands. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's got another one. Danny Gray. Touchdown, Commanders. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. He's got 19 on the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. Going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Dak facing 3rd and long. He's going to air this one out. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. On the handoff, this is Benson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. Play fake. Prescott. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On the ground, it's Miller. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. So it's a win here for the Commanders. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.